This is Paul, and he is my ascension guide, and I wanted to introduce you. This is where I get a lot of my information. This is my front yard. I've been guided to do another video, and I'm gonna do it in pieces because the dogs are barking a lot. I was urged to do another video. This time it was urgent. It feels more important than the other time, and I apologize if there's any wind in the microphone. I noticed last time when I filmed there was a lot of wind in the microphone. That can't be helped. It's pretty windy here today. So this is my healing chamber. This is where I come to fill with light, to cleanse myself of other people's energy, and to receive guidance and information. And I'm sharing it with you because I hope it helps you, and I hope you can feel the energy here. It feels so holy. I'm going to be pausing when cars pass by so that you can hear me. Okay, so when I get information, it's subtle sometimes, like an idea or an invitation, like do this. And it's like, it's just dropped in to my consciousness, and it's very subtle. I mean, I notice it because I've trained myself to notice, but when it's urgent, it feels like that feeling of a car's passing by. It feels like that feeling of when you were in school and it was your turn to read out loud or give a presentation. You know, that butterfly feeling? And it's like heart palpitations, and it's like urgent, kind of. That's the feeling I have right now, and I've had it all morning. And the other messages that I received were very subtle and quiet, and now I'm getting the same messages with this feeling. So I was guided to post something now, and to do it out here, not in the house, to do it out here so that you can partake of this healing energy here that I use to fill myself with light. And I'm breathing deeply to calm myself down, because when the information comes through like that, it feels like almost at the brink of overwhelming. So I have to manually, purposefully calm my nervous system down. Otherwise, I can get all scrambled and overwhelmed. So I'm walking slowly, not only so that you can see the scenery, the nature, the surroundings, but also so that I can calm down and think clearly as I speak. Okay, so that's how information comes in. So the information that I've been getting, and let me just preface before I give you the information with all of us, myself included, and all of you, I'm sure, we all receive psychic information in many, many, many ways. Yesterday, my son was telling me about a friend that he has that can taste colors And I told him, oh, that's psychic. That's psychic information. He's like, how is that psychic if it's taste? And I said, because the way you interpret information is unique and it's special, and not a lot of people can do it like you do. Maybe some, but you know, it's unique. When I was a little kid, I could get messages from people's shoes, and that sounds ridiculous, but when I would look at their shoes would talk to me. They would tell me things about the people, and I thought I was nuts. I'm like, why am I talking to shoes? And now I get it with animals, with plants, and I mean, it's unlimited, right? The way you can get information. So I get information through just knowings, through movies, through songs, through letters, through numbers. I mean, everything is always talking to us constantly. And if you pay attention, and if you notice the patterns, that's a message for you. So I collect the information that I get, and I just save it in a file in my brain. And at the time, it's neutral because I don't always understand it when I get it. I just, take it, okay, neutral, file it away. And then when I get other messages that are related to that message, then it starts forming a puzzle, because then it's like pieces to the puzzle, if that makes sense. Okay, so for a while now, for weeks, I keep hearing Psalms 91, and I'm probably saying it wrong. Psalms 91, Psalms 91, I don't even know how to say it, but I keep hearing that. I am not one of those people that can recite the Bible or knows verses and chapters or anything like that. So I know it's guidance because I don't know, you know what I mean? Like, it's okay, it's foreign to me. A lot of the times when I get messages, I have to look it up because I don't know what it means. So Psalms 91, I kept getting that, so I had to look it up. Essentially, Psalms 91 is, the meaning that I got for this was, don't worry, everything's going to be okay. You are safe. You are exactly where you're supposed to be. Nothing can harm you. Detach and observe neutrally. And it's very important that you observe neutrally, detached. Why? Because you cannot hear guidance, positive guidance, if you get carried away in chaos. So say, for instance, if my kids start throwing a tantrum and they're freaking out over a spider, well, if I get down on the floor and freak out with them, then we're all fucked, because who's gonna handle the issue, right? The intruder or whatever. I have to be the mommy. I have to be the guardian and step up and protect and handle the issue, right? Whether that's grabbing the spider with a napkin and putting it outside and calming everybody down, or not saying anything and just handling the issue, boom, done. And everybody will eventually get over it, So I kept getting Psalms 91. And, sometimes people get triggered with the Bible, but it's a tool. And I know it's been messed with, but there's a lot of accurate information in that tool. Not all of it is messed with. And that's where we have to use our discernment with anything, with any video that we watch, with anybody that we speak to in our lives, because not everybody tells you the truth. Most of the times they don't. So that's where your discernment comes in, your bullshit detector, and you, with your gut, you decide what is false and what carries that vibration of truth, because truth has a vibration, right? So you drop down to your heart and you ask and you feel, and then you know, and that's your answer. So for me, I do not like or participate in fear-mongering. However, I always want to know the truth. I want to know, even if it's not what I want to hear. Not that I want to hear, because I want to hear it. But I mean, like, even if it's not something happy, I want to know, because then it's information, and then I know what to do. Because if you tell me a lie, if you tell me what you think I want to hear, what the hell am I going to do with that? That's inaccurate information, and that's not going to help me. So I want to know, right? So I'm just a messenger. I'm delivering a message that I was urged to deliver. There's somebody out there that needs to hear this, and I pray before I speak. I ask that only the highest and best good be done, that whatever I say be coded with light and love and healing and blessing whoever hears it. So, I mean, my intentions are pure and clear. So if this triggers you or it doesn't resonate for you, then don't listen to it. Ignore it. Throw it away. Only take what resonates. And what I've been told is that with you watching this, you're going to get your own information. You're going to get more. So please comment below. Tell me what you get, because we each have pieces to this puzzle. And sometimes our pieces don't make sense. But when we put them together, that's when we get the message. Okay, so Palms 91. I'm going to add a link below so that you can read it and so that you can get your messages from that. And then, as I was contemplating, should I talk about Palms 91 in the video? Because I was like, oh, some people are going to get triggered. I don't want to talk about that because it's the Bible. And I kept seeing 91, 91, 91 everywhere. And I thought, okay, I'll post it. I'll talk about it because it's important, because that's the foundation. That's the first message that I got. So, Palms 91. Okay. The second one was smelling the energy of new. When I went out on a hike yesterday, I kept smelling new. And the way I got it was, you know, when you buy something brand new and that smell of plastic, or a new car, when you get a new car, that smell that it has, or when you open something for the first time and that smell that's in it. I can't well, I'm trying to describe it. It's like it's new. So it smells fresh, it smells clean. And I kept getting that smell repeatedly yesterday. So new is here. Because I was going to say new is coming, and I was corrected. No, it's here. It's here. So new. That was another message. Then a friend of mine who follows the Schumann resonance sent me the forecast. You know how it shows the undulating patterns of the energy, the magnetic energy on the Earth's atmosphere. And it spiked yesterday, or last night. And I received last night, early this morning, I believe. And coincidentally, I feel it first before it hits, and then it hits. So last night, I started feeling really nauseous, just so nauseous. And I was guided not to eat dairy so as to not to aggravate the nausea. So I didn't, even though I love cheese. So I didn't eat dairy. And then I thought it would subside, but it just got, oh my goodness, more and more intense. And I couldn't even sit up straight. I felt so seasick, nauseous. and I had to pull myself to bed because it was a lot. And then I started getting like an energy influx, an energy headache at the nape of my neck, on top of my head, on the sides of my head. I could feel the energy coming in. And it was very intense. And then sure enough, my friend sends me the Schumann resonance, indicating that it's spiked, like a big spike, and then a black line. And we don't know what the black line means. But I was shown spinning near the center of my body, near the navel, like spinning really, really fast spinning. And then I heard the word centrifuge. And I had to look it up because I don't know what a centrifuge is. CENTRIFUGE. I believe that's how you spell it. So I had to look it up, and centrifuge, sure enough, is a machine that spins, that they use in a lab to put blood in, and it spins it really fast. And that's what I saw in my body, and that's what I heard, the word centrifuge. And then I've been getting visuals of, I don't know if you've seen the movie Twilight, but I believe it's the last movie, where Bella turns into a vampire. And they do a really good job showing the transformation of her DNA, of her blood changing. And I've been getting this message for a month now, of the DNA changing at a subatomic molecular structure, like it's all changing at that level. And I was hearing the song from that scene, and in my mind I saw the scene. And I mean, I haven't seen that movie in years. So I looked it up on YouTube and I found it, and I'm going to put a link below. And that's what's happening to us. So that, and then with the centrifuge at the center of the body, and I heard the word TIAN, DANTIAN. I had to look that up too because I didn't know what that was. That's an energy center in the body. It's life force energy. There's apparently 3 of them. One at the head, one at the center of the chest, and one in the navel area. And I was shown the one in the navel area. And that's where I saw the centrifuge. And that's where I felt the spinning. It felt like a hula hoop, but really fast and inside the body. So all of that is happening at the same time, simultaneously, along with the nervous system, the adrenal system. Today I finally got the okay to drink coffee, but only a tiny bit. I couldn't drink my usual gallon because it tastes so good, but I was told nope, just 1 cup, literally measure out a cup. And so I drank a cup and I'm okay. But listen to your body. I was told to talk to your body. A good way to ask, you are your own pendulum. So you can stand and you just imagine yourself rooted to the earth, grounded. Take deep breaths and then stand very straight. Ask your body a question, a yes or no question. And okay, so now I'm being corrected. Okay, so stand straight, ground your energy, take deep breaths, and ask your body, show me a yes. And when you say, show me a yes, for me, what happens is my body leans forward. And then you say, take another deep breath and say, show me a no. And for me, my body leans backwards. And it feels like you're going to fall. And it's so interesting. And you could try it multiple times, like to make sure that you're getting a clean, clear answer. Don't do it when you're upset, though, because your reading will be totally off. Do it when you're calm. calm yourself with your breath, drop down into your heart, and then ask. Okay, so you can ask your body that way. That's how I found out if I could drink coffee today. Because at first the answers weren't clear. I kept getting conflicting answers, so I waited a little while. I took deep breaths, and then I asked, and I got the yes. But then in my head, I heard the smallest serving possible. So I could only have a cup. So another message that I got was to remain in your heart throughout whatever happens. If anything, if you find yourself spiraling, like starting to go into chaos, to take deep breaths and imagine yourself zooming out the way you would zoom out a camera, like that. You know how you zoom in, then you zoom out. Well, zoom out. Zoom out. And so you imagine yourself zooming out of the picture of the reality that you're in, and now you're just floating above that reality. And you're detached now. You are neutral and you're observing. So you unplug from that reality, and now you're just a bystander. Now you're watching the movie, but you have no energetic, emotional attachment. You're simply observing. You're simply neutral, and you're just watching. So zoom out, observe, neutral. Drop down into your heart. Take deep breaths. Because then that's when you will connect with the highest possible guidance. You will know exactly what to do, exactly what to say or not to say. Maybe you'll be guided to stay out of it and not, not get involved or whatever. I mean, anything's possible. So all of that. Okay, so all of that is just in preparation to tell you the other messages. So weeks ago, a friend of mine posted a warning video, and it was a video about a remote viewing session that she did. And in that session, she saw, for lack of a better word, a cataclysmic event on the Pacific coast. And when I watched the video, the first one I saw, she had two versions. One with just a picture that was placed there, and it was only audio on a channel that posts a lot of people's work. And then she had her own with her face talking, and it was on her channel. I saw two different timelines when I watched each video. I didn't even know that she had posted two different ones, because a friend of mine, coincidentally, we know there's no coincidences, had sent it to me, and she had no idea that I'm friends with her or anything. So it was totally neutral. And so I watched both of them. And on the one on the public channel, I saw a dark timeline. Now, I had been guided months ago to get out of that channel because I felt the energy shift. And when I'm told to leave, I leave quick, because I know, from experience, let's be real, I know that energy is not a match for me, and I need to leave. So I listen. When I'm told to leave, I leave. So I got out of there, and sure enough, when I saw her video on there, the timeline I was shown was a dark one. So I saw people, I could hear and see and feel people screaming. My heart was beating really fast, and there was panic. pandemonium, chaos. People were running. There was a huge, like, tsunami wave behind them. But even though it looked like water, I kept getting, like, I couldn't put my finger on it if it was water or if it was energy. So it was one or the other or both. Honestly, I don't know. So maybe for some people it's going to be water, and maybe for others it's going to be energy. I don't know. I just know what I saw and what I felt. But what I would normally feel is for sure water. It looked like it. But then when I felt into it, it felt like energy. Okay, so that was one. Then when I saw her video on her page, it was happy. It was another timeline. Then I heard the same screaming, but I saw an amusement park. And I mean, before I talk about anything, I check in with other people. Hey, other people that I know that are psychic. Hey, what did you get? What did you get? And we all compare stories, and then I'll talk about it, because I'm not just going to willy-nilly, spread stuff. And so they got the same thing. Dark on one, light on the other. 2 different timelines. So that was like something that's coming. And honestly, I don't know when, but that's what was there. Okay, so I'm just giving you the puzzle pieces so that maybe you have your own pieces that you could add. Okay, so then I was shown the reason why I had to talk about this right now is because of the spike we had last night or this morning. And there's going to be a big one, a big one. I kept hearing Scorpio. So I looked up when the sun enters Scorpio, and that's the 23rd of October. So it's this feeling of new, of something's here, like the tendrils of the energy is here, but kind of like the feeling of like, oh, you ain't seen nothing yet. Like kind of like prepare. Like if you know that it's going to rain, like wear a raincoat, get your umbrella, So this is all just preparation. There's no fear. None. So then back to the Palms 91 thing. Because I asked, like, okay, like is this something that I need to be worried about? Do I need to prepare? Do I need to, And I was told no. And then I was reminded, Palms 91. And essentially, that scripture says, you're fine. You're protected. It's not going to touch you. You'll hear about it third party, but you won't be in it. Kind of like when you hear something that happens really far away, like something that happened on Mars, for instance, or you know what I mean? Like real far away. But it's not you. So that's the feeling that I got for us. If you're here, you're included in what's, for me, it's the same. So everything's okay. You don't need to freak out. There's no like rushing or anything. And trust me, if I get told to do something, I'm going to tell you first. So you don't got to worry about that. So I think the reason, and I mean, this came up in sessions that I had done too, where they talk about death, where more people are leaving this planet because they're going to the other side, because their mission is over. And it's nothing to be feared, but kind of like somewhere in the back of your mind, like expect it so that you don't freak out, because they don't want you to freak out. This plant wants attention. It likes to be looked at. So no freaking out. no worry, no fear. This is only preparation. Kind of like I was shown, and I know this is gross, but this is how it was shown to me. I was shown when a woman gets her period, it just is. It's not bad, it's not good, it just is. And we have been trained through years and years and years. We know, okay, it's that time of the month. I need my supplies and, you know, rest, take naps, drink water, whatever you got to do to get through it, right? If you're a woman, you know. And you get your supplies, whether they be tampons, pads, whatever, ibuprofen, whatever. And this is the same thing. It just is. It's not good. It's not bad. It just is. And it needs to happen. It's time. It must happen. So I was told this just is. And we're giving the preparation, not warning. This is not a warning. This is not anything negative. This is only preparation. Preparation. Monday, you know, it's going to rain or whatever, you know, like a weatherman. And I mean, again, if this doesn't resonate for you, leave it. Don't listen to it. Or maybe later you might see signs of your own and you'll come back and you'll re-listen to this and it may make more sense later. I don't know. I was just told that I have to talk about this right now. I couldn't wait because my plan was to do a video at home and film. And I was told, no, not in the house, outside. So that the land could help, so that the earth can help. So she's in this too. Okay, so the preparation, the Palms 91. No harm will come to you. No harm will touch you. You're fine. And there's no need to worry about anyone or anything, anywhere, nothing. Everything is divinely orchestrated perfectly in the best way for everyone. And we've all chosen to play our parts. Remember the dream I had of the football game, of getting ready to go to the Super Bowl. It's like that. We're preparing. This is what we trained for. I keep getting the message of rest, enjoy, luxuriate in the peace, in the calm. If you have any peace, if you have any calm right now, because I'm such a brat. I keep complaining that I'm bored and I'm like, give me something to do. Like I want to, you know, like if you're in a game, a little kid playing baseball and they're like, put me in, coach, I want to play. And I keep getting told, no, sit. I'm benched. I'm sitting on the bench and I'm being told to wait. And then I get scolded and told, when this starts, you will be busier than you have ever been before. And then you're going to complain that you're overwhelmed, that you want a break. So enjoy the break right now. So for all of those of you that might be like me, you know, wanting something, enjoy the break, luxuriate in the break, enjoy where you are, soak it all in, every little detail. Because that song by R.E.M. comes to mind. I think it's R.E.M. It's the end of the world as you know it. That song, if you want to look up the lyrics, that song popped into my head right now. So Another thing I was guided to do is to dwell in gratitude. I talk to random objects. I talk to my spoons, my utensils, my cups, the counter, the walls, the room. I mean, when something communicates with me, I connect with it and I talk to it. So I thank my car. When I get into it, I send love to it and I say thank you, I appreciate you, I love you. And the washing machine, the dryer, connect with things. Notice what it contributes to your life. Be grateful for a pencil, a pen, anything, your computer, your phone. Send love to your phone. Send love to your mug, your cups, your dishes, all of it. I was also guided to post the prayers, the blessings that I use every day constantly, and I was told to repost them because when they come through, they change, and the ones that I've posted are old. And I mean, you can still use them, and you can use your own, definitely. That's the best way. But the ones I've used change. So I was guided to post my new ones that I use because it's going to help some of you. And so I'm going to post those. But first I wanted to lay down the groundwork, and I apologize if these concepts are all, just jumbled, because I'm trying to remember everything that I was told, because I don't have notes to refer to, but I was told not to bring notes, just to do it on the fly and to do it out here in my sanctuary so that you can benefit from that sanctuary. And I keep, my Virgo energy wants to freak out about the cars and the ambient noise, but I keep getting told, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Leave it alone. Who cares? Okay, so carrying on, putting the perfectionist energy aside. I apologize in advance for any interruptions, etc. Okay, so laying down the groundwork first. So we've talked about the Psalms 91. It won't touch you. You're fine. Everything's okay. Detached. The sun entering Scorpio. I kept hearing Scorpio, Scorpio. That day, the 23rd. And quite frankly, when we have a new moon or a full moon, that energy, I feel it way in advance before it comes in. And I'm getting the feeling that it's going to be the same thing for Scorpio. It's not just going to be the 23rd. It's before and then after. And I'm not going to lie to you and tell you that I know what it is. It just feels big. And in my limited baby vocabulary, that's the best word that I can find. It's like cramming 10 pounds of potatoes into a 5-pound bag. That's what it feels like. And I mean, hey, just look at the energy we've had this past week alone. That's nothing. Okay, so I think that's why I felt that do it now push to give everybody a heads up so that you can prepare. So remember all of your tools, not just some. You're going to need all of your tools. And just know what your tools are. Make a little list. That way, when you are feeling other people's energy, you can detach and say, this is not my energy. I only choose to feel my energy. And you can call your energy back to you. You don't need to feel other people's energy. you can call back all of your energy, call it back to you. You fan your arms out like you're going to hug somebody, and you say, I call back all power and all energy that belongs to me and only me. I call it back to me now, already blessed, transformed, and transmuted. And you put it back into your solar plexus chakra. You bring it back to yourself. So you're calling your energy back to you. Then to send other people's back away from you, in front of your solar plexus, you push out and you say, I send any energy that does not belong to me back to the source of its origin, already blessed and transformed. And then I push it out 3 times and I exhale 3 times. You're pushing it away. You're like, nope. And you can even imagine like a big bright white wall between you and them, or that energy, that system, whatever. So you can use that. When the sun enters Scorpio, I'm not sure, which it probably does fit in with the other visions, but I'm not sure. So I'm just giving you the pieces, and maybe you can help me put them together. But so when the sun enters Scorpio, I'm wondering if it's related to my friend's remote viewing video. The ones where I saw the 2 timelines, the dark one and the light one. The happy one, where people are like screaming in excitement and bliss and joy. And they were on like carnival rides, like an amusement park. And then the other one, where it's running for your life, chaos. I'm wondering if they're related. I get a feeling that it is. So I see fairies in here sometimes, and I get the smell, a sweet smell. Like I feel the energy of them saying hello when I come over here. And it's in certain spots throughout the walk, not everywhere, although I'm sure they're everywhere. Okay, so I'm feeling like this is like a split of some kind, where it's like left and right. And sometimes when I'm on a hike, I get shown psychically rattlesnakes. And there's rattlesnakes in this area. And when I get them shown psychically, I'm like, yeah, whatever. I ignore it, and I think it's like me being fearful that I'm going to see one. But then they show me a real one on the ground. And I hope I see one today so that you can see it. But I keep getting the visual of trampled rattlesnakes. And if you recall from the past video I did, when I drove my daughter to school in the morning, we saw a rattlesnake, and it was dying. It was alive, but it was dying. It had been run over by a car. And I keep seeing dead rattlesnakes. And I hope I see one so that you can see what it looks like. So to me, that's related to the sun entering Scorpio. I get a feeling of like love has won with that visual, and like all is well. Okay, so the reason for delivering these messages is because whatever starts coming through is accelerated, and it feels very fast, like in the tarot, the Eight of Wands, very fast moving, fast energy, fast communication, fast developing, and whatever that may be. Again, I don't know exactly what it is, but I saw the wave, I saw the energy, I saw the water, but then I also saw the happiness, the joy, the bliss, the excitement, and it feels like a split. So this is just a heads up so that you are in your power and you can claim your direction. You're steering your own ship, and you can steer it wherever you want. You're the captain. You pick. So I was shown how life is just a multitude of choices in every moment. So life is just a series of millions of billions of choices, and you can choose yes, you can choose no, you can choose positive, you can choose negative, you can choose low vibration, you can choose a high vibration. That cactus wants to send you love. So let me zoom in so you can see her. She's wearing her crown. So you can... Okay, now I'm hearing we need to put our crowns on. Some of us have dropped our crowns. Some of us have given our crown to others. And you're being invited to take your crown back and put it back on. Just like she is. She's wearing her crown. You put on your crown. Remember who you are. The time to sit on the fence and wait and procrastinate, that shit's over. You can't do that anymore. Put your crown on. Stand up. Okay, sorry if that sounded rough, but that's what came through. So that's what I'm just following whatever I get. So you can steer your ship whichever way you want to go. If you want to dip low, you can dip low. If you want to be running from the tsunami, you can do that. Some people like the adrenaline rush. Some people need that excitement. They need to leap off of buildings and bungee jump and, zip line and all that crazy shit. No thanks. I've had lifetimes of that. I don't need that anymore. I choose bliss, peace, comfort, love, compassion. But you can choose whatever you want. You're very, very powerful. Be mindful of your words. Be mindful of the spells that you're casting with your words. And these aren't just verbally, especially verbally, but in your head. The spells that you're casting in your head, be mindful of them. A lot of times the thoughts are not yours, and you're just picking up thoughts that are floating around, looking for a receptor, and they're not even yours. So if it doesn't feel good, don't grab it. Don't take ownership of it, because there are many entities, many beings that are wishing to hop into people and hijack so that they can get their last ride, because they know their time is limited. And it's kind of like, if I go down, you're coming with me type of thing. So you have a choice though. You don't have to. That's totally up to you. So remember that. You choose. You have a choice. Anything that comes to you, whether it's an emotion, an idea, a feeling, a person, all it is an invitation. Everything is an invitation. And do you accept all invitations? No. Hey, you want to go to my cousin's birthday party? Ugh, no thanks. You see what I mean? So like, if it feels not good, then don't do it. Okay, so all of that just to say that whatever's coming, you can align yourself, and I'm sure you've already been doing it, but we're being asked to be more discerning and deliberate with what we're choosing. Okay, so now I'm being guided to show you and to do it with you. You can do it with me. What I do every day, or when I come out for a hike, is excuse me, I command the highest possible timeline, the highest possible frequency, the highest possible vibration, my best possible experience, and I'm being asked to do that with you now so that you can do it too. So I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to show you where I do it. It's on the side of a mountain. I'm on top of a mountain, and there's these little steps in the mountain to get to the other side. And I use this as a physical representation to the highest timeline. And if you take special notice, where I climb into is so pretty. The mailbox is covered in flowers, and there's a bunch of beautiful flowers. They smell so good. And for me, that feels like a really powerful representation of commanding the energy and commanding my timeline. Okay, so let's go. We're gonna do it. We're stepping onto our highest timeline. First step, I now invoke and activate my highest possible timeline now. So you can repeat it if you'd like. Invoke your highest possible timeline now. I now invoke my highest possible frequency now. I now invoke my highest possible vibration now. I now invoke my best possible experience now. I reclaim and I recreate my reality in a higher way. I reclaim and I recreate my experience in a higher way. I reclaim and I recreate my relationships in a higher way. I reclaim and I recreate my finances in a higher way. I reclaim and I recreate my path in a higher way. I reclaim and I recreate how I serve in a higher way. So it is, and so it shall be. Thank you, God. Thank you, universe. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's how I call in my timeline. That's one of the ways. There's other ways. I'll show you the other ways too, because I'm being told to show you some of the things that I do, so that if you feel called to do them, you can do them. If they help you. This tree likes to talk to me. It's so beautiful. that's all for now. This video is pretty long, but I just wanted to set the foundation of the messages that I've been receiving. I hope they help you. Please comment below with your pieces to the puzzle, and together we can get a bigger picture. Thank you. I love you. Bye-bye.